Welcome back to the Go for LOL Weekly. Our game that we are live with is going to be between the TeamSpeak crew on the blue side and Elysium on the red side. My name is Jesper Ben-Varmeren Kunz, and I'm joined by Tommy, Grang, Lassie. I think my microphone is working right now. Are you with me, Grang? Well, anyways, I'm going to run you guys through this early game. As you can see, there's actually going to maybe come an invade from the Elysium lineup, but the only one being there is Archeo, and he's going to be spawning them. So immediately they will, Archeo will back off, and now they'll land a spear onto Archeo, but it's not going to matter too much. So we will be
minions have spawned.
Sorry guys, I am having a little bit of trouble. Apparently so we're having a little bit of trouble. Sorry for that, guys. I am sorry for these technical delays, but we're slowly getting there, you know. I just have to restart my TeamSpeak fast. So here, okay. So I have no idea why this is happening. Alright guys, we'll take a short break, and hopefully we can get
this down.
Oh, can you hear me? No, I can hear you, but you cannot hear me. So we'll take a short break, and we'll get this fixed, okay? So just enjoy the match, and
can you hear me?
We'll get back. And hopefully all should be fixed now. So Grang, are you with me?
I should be.
Awesome. So we can get back to that. So a little bit of some technical problems, as TeamSpeak didn't quite want to do what we wanted to do, and we have now switched over to Skype. So welcome back. We are in game in the semi-finals.
All right. So I'm pretty sure that you already went through this stuff, but first blood actually going over for Lucian on this top lane. Actually, they just outplayed their duo lane and getting the kill on the Soraka. Had to burn flash and exhaust and a heal of Kalista.
Yeah, so a lot of summoners being used to get that kill onto connected, but also they had to use a lot of kills to try and keep connected alive. But the thing is, when you're playing against a Soraka, you have to focus the Soraka, because she'll just keep on healing the AD carry or whoever is with her ally. She's always going to be healing her ally, so you have to focus Soraka, and that's what they did. They got the first blood, but they used a lot to get. However, double longswords going over to the side of Murphowski, and he's really looking to bully Kalista, make sure that she's not going to be relevant here in the early game.
Yeah, but he's got the support of Soraka, so if Murphowski is gonna go hard to his connected, can really put those W's in and heal comp right back up to full health. So at least they got that going. But what's actually interesting to see, because usually Sorakas go for the engine coin start, but this time Connected actually has chosen to go Spell Thief's Edge instead.
And with the Spell Thief's Edge you get more ability power, which means you can poke more. But I'm a bit I'm also a bit surprised to see that, because you are against that Alistar, and Alistar, he can heal Lucian back up with. So it's really a little bit weird to me, but the thing I can see from it is just your Q, the Star Call, gives you more health, which means more healing, and that's really the only point I can see in you taking the Spell Thief's Edge over an Ancient Coin.
And there was actually a nice play on the Dry Bush just a few seconds ago, where Gilord had the Sentinel on him, and he pulled it away from Wisek. So it didn't actually spot Wisek in the Dry Bush, but just sadly they couldn't get a real gank on because Elysium was already on the turret. But it shows those little plays that TeamSpeak crew make that are kind of nice.
That is definitely the right thing, and the TeamSpeak crew, they are good at these small micro plays. They are good at getting the lead in CS and stuff, but now Kassadin is visiting the top lane.
Yeah, and Ignite on the Connected that should be dead, can't really heal himself with the W's. Comp trying to put those range stacks on the Remick, but doesn't quite get enough. Actually, Remick just getting out of range, but that was not even nearly enough. And now, next target is Comp. There's a flash hit, but pulverized, and Remick gets the kill.
Oh, and D-Lord stays alive as well.
Ah, so good.
Yeah, that was definitely a beautiful gank, but hang on a second, Nidalee is visiting the bottom lane.
Yeah, he's trying to make what TeamSpeak crew are making on the top lane. Just successful gank is gonna come up, but it's a very tanky in Arcole, who's actually turned it around on the Elysium. Just unstoppable force, and he gets the kill from that gank. That's a reverse gank when the gank ganks you.
Arcole is just such a good Malphite. We've seen him play this Malphite before, and he's really an expert at playing this, and I'm hoping he's going to go for a CC Rods portal, like in the first game of today, where he was also against this ability power opponent. So I'm hoping he goes for that, because that really worked out wonders against the Lulu he was playing against. However, Cho'Gath has a little more wave clear, but still, I think it would work wonders, and I love that item. So I'm a little bit biased.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work against the Cho'Gath, because I believe Cho'Gath can use the ultimate on the portaling that comes out of it. So it's basically like a free ulti that he can use to get even more size. So it has its pros and cons against Cho'Gath.
It definitely has, but still, Arcole, he just wants to be a split pusher. That's what Malphite wants, and now Kassadin once again is in the top lane.
Yeah, Connected and Comp both getting knocked up, and the focus is on the Comp. Can they get the kill? Murphowski has the turret aggro, but it doesn't matter because he does get the kill. And Des was coming up for gank, but he doesn't got anything else except for a root on the D-Lord, and Lux getting the kill, and then a shutdown kill for Murphowski.
A shutdown kill coming over. Oh, Visek!
Yeah, Elite coming in, and Dest is down. Remick gets his second kill of the game.
And
yeah, it's really bad when you get those kills onto your scaling champions.
that's exactly the
Oh,
point.
can he get another one? Wish is
Visek
not.
is not done yet.
Yeah, Wish is not able, so he can't really save himself. There's the minions coming up, and they're really looking for it. There's the silence. And the Fates go! Pulls him away! Oh, final spark, but he flashes out of it. Oh, but the light binding does connect, and that is a kill going over for you, Bot.
Okay, so breaking that down, you know, they got some kills over to both Mafosky and Remick, and that works wonders for the TeamSpeak crew, because Kassadin, he's scaling. Lucian, he wants to be this lane bully, and he's already doing such a great job of shutting down Comp on the Kalista. Comp is so far behind. Well, I want to say so far behind, but he's 1,000 gold behind, and that's quite a lot for only being 10 minutes into the game. So right now, the only shining light, more or less, I'd say, for Elysium is that Lux. Now Comp is in a lot of trouble again.
Yeah, Comp just takes the full coin, and Geward actually is the one who gets the kill. Actually, they ignite. But that just looks so pure with the Geward's headbutt pulverize combo.
And you know, I love to see the TeamSpeak crew putting all of this attention over to Kalista. As I said, Kalista, she's able to dominate the early games. So right now oh wait, actually Delito, you're in a lot of trouble, mate.
Yeah, two members coming up from the river.
Teleport
One of them beats a jungler. But there's actually a lot of cancellation with the Unstoppable Force, so he can't TP. There's Unstoppable Force. He gets knocked up, and Aqua almost goes down to the rocks, but he doesn't quite get the kill. U-Bot takes a little bit of harassment, tries to kill the lead, but doesn't get it with the singularity. And the lead is just walking away with under 18 HP.
But yeah, they did. Oh, T-Lord and Teleport coming in the top lane.
Yeah, flash for comp and headbutt pulverized. Remick is looking for his kills, and he gets it. Now the focus is on the Connected, who tries to run away, but he can't run away from the Rift Walking monster that is Kassadin, who picks up a double kill. 5-0-2 at 12 minutes.
Okay, so Remick, he's, as you said, he's 5-0-2 at 12 minutes. This is a very, very bad thing for the Elysium lineup, because Kassadin, he's supposed to be this late game scaling monster, and he already has his Abyssal Scepter and a Mage's Soul Stealer with 10 stacks. You know, he's packing a lot of damage, and we're only 12 minutes into the game. This is a very worrying trend for Elysium the lineup. They need to stop this Kassadin. They need to play around U-Pod, because U-Pod, he's the one that are in such a good spot right now for Elysium. So play around him, try to get some resources over to Comp, and then try to shut down Remick. And afterwards you shut down Remick, then you need to shut down the Mafosky. You're really, you have quite a task ahead of you.
There's even a Magi on Remick with already 10 stacks. That's not a pretty sight.
No, it's not a pretty sight at all, and I mean, he's just he has a good amount of damage. You know, there's really nothing. I mean, you have to try and take him down some way, but he's really safe. You have the Rift Walk, so you have to punish him whenever he uses that Rift Walk aggressively. Now, Comp and Connected, you're in a lot of trouble once again.
Just walks up to him and pulverizes, but there's the Fates Ghost, gonna pull him a little bit away. Geward has the ultimate running, and there comes S. He's looking for Mafosky. Can they get the kill onto him? He is surviving, he gets one kill, but he finally goes down. Comp is gonna pick up his first kill of the game, but he's gonna pay it with his life, most likely. No, he's got the support of the rest of the Elysium, and Geward is gonna go down. Elite, he's looking for Comp now, but he doesn't get the kill. No mana, so he has to run away. But it's only running away that he can do. There's TP coming up. from Arco, and Comp is gonna get the kill finally. With the kill, now they're looking for Arco to stop, double unstoppable force. Comp is very low on health, but he is not gonna go down. Final spark there, and Comp is gonna get his third kill now.
A misplay by the TeamSpeak crew. You had no vision. You weren't really in a position to start that fight up because you didn't know where Death is. There was an exhaust on the side of Connectus as well. You should have known this. You should have been able to play it more cleanly. And then also Arkel, it was a very, very late teleport. So you should have had some better communication to know if the teleport was up. I didn't quite catch if it was up, but still, it wasn't played very cleanly.
No, and his TP was not up, so couldn't join it. Actually, didn't even try to make his way. Now Des is looking for Bosne. Flash was actually used to try to get the light binding, but it missed. So he doesn't get anything with the use of Flash. Lord is now in the middle and he gets light binded. He keeps running away. There's pulverized for Des. He's still looking, he has no ultimate available, and Des is gonna get the kill. The final spark actually coming now. Would it be nice to get it over to the Lux?
That was a very late unbreakable will by D-Lord. You know, the TeamSpeak crew, they're still in the lead, of course. They still have a gold lead of a little bit over a 1,000 gold, but they're not really playing like a team right now. Namafroski's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Bork was used for some slows and Red almost gets the kill, but there's finally the Autogax coming up from Comp. And he is basically back in the game with those 4 kills that he's picked up in the last 2.5 minutes.
Exactly, the Comp is... Oh, actually the Leto is getting chased, and Visek is also coming to the top lane.
Yeah, there's unstoppable force used, and it is a kill for Lead. That's how fast it happened. Fate's Go pulling out Soraka away, and for a re-engage on the D-Lord. Remick actually getting the kills, but the red stacks are there, and Comp is gonna get yet another kill.
And you... Oh wait, now D-Lord's the one getting taken down. Yeah. Burst from UPod. And the Elysium lineup, they're really taking the advantages whenever they can. They are capitalizing on these misplays coming by the TeamSpeak crew all the time. And the TeamSpeak crew, they're playing like individuals, whereas Elysium, they're playing like a coordinated group of people right now. And that's what is winning them the games. They are on point with each other, and they know what they're able to do.
Yeah, TeamSpeak crew finally going for a Rift Herald. This time not able to get an inhibitor first to get it, but it's still something nice. Gonna give it over to Arco instead of Visek. So they're gonna use it. Arco is just gonna go to lane and he's gonna push the lane whatever he's gonna go into. Most likely be a top lane as Kassadin is already pushing up the bottom lane to get the full efficiency out of the Rift Herald buff. But Soraka actually did it a long time ago, but he changed back into the Nomad Medallion.
Yeah, getting that gold income is such a huge point for any support, because you aren't going to get a lot of gold if you don't have that passive income. So I like that you're getting the Nomad's Medallion, but also you kind of need to get the upgraded medallion. I'm not quite sure what the name is, but you need to get that to have more disengage away from the Malphite and the Alistar. You really need to get that movement speed.
Yeah, indeed. And listen, just happy to clearing up the waves now, getting rid of some wards in the jungle. As Remick and Visek, they're looking for Delita now on this bottom lane. Can he get the kill? It should be going over, and Delita almost turns it onto Remick, but Remick does get the kill before the trade can happen. Just jumping in onto Mofoski, but he's got Delort there. There's a double knockout coming up. just to wait for his teammates to get there. Comp has to flash over the wall. I see it's a little bit got out. Remick also came with the TP and he's looking for Destiny now. But he's just able to bounce away. Still 13 seconds before the TP can TP into a possible fight. They're already looking for a backline, they're looking for the locks, and they get him knocked up, and he's gonna go down. Mofusky is gonna get that kill, and they get it, and they disengage. So fast, but they do get the outer turret on the mid lane.
And you could immediately see Arcule pulling the trigger once UPod used Final Spark. UPod just made sure that she was not going anywhere. You cannot move once you use the Final Spark. You immobilize yourself. You and you open yourself up for an engage like that because you cannot run. That's exactly why Arcule just pulled the trigger immediately. And you could see how D-Lord, he was on the same page with Arcule. Engage, killed him. UPod, he's going to be bursted when he does things like that.
Yeah, it was actually a bad timing of UPod to use the Final Spark at that moment because that locks you down for just it's either a second or less than a second. But it was already, as Arcule was already making his way trying to get the Unstoppable Force onto him, but it just made him an easier target to pick up as D-Lord was also coming up from the behind to get the knock-up.
So I'd like to go back to a point I made earlier in the game about how I'm expecting Arcule to go for the CC Rods portal, and he did that because we saw how he'd like to get the CC Rods portal against AP mages in the first game of the day. Now he got that CC Rods portal, and this means that the top lane will constantly be pushing, and I love how they're sending it to the top lane because there's no inner turret in the top lane. This means that the lanes, they're going to be pushed up further and further against the inhibitor tower, and at some point the Elysium lineup, they're forced to go there. They're forced to deal with the wave that are all the way at your base, and that is when the TeamSpeak crew, they will strike, because right now you have Lucian, he has a lot of damage, he has the rapid fire cannon, Essence Reaver, and then you have Remick on the Cassidy with a Lichbane. Towers will melt when those two get onto a tower. Now Remick is getting a visit in the bottom lane.
Yeah, but he's just gonna rip away, but that's a kill for the rest of the TeamSpeak crew to start up the Baron. There is no vision from Elysium. They're making their ways there. Sentinel only sees D-Lord, but there's a Javelin toss and a ward. They now see it. I guess they could try for a steal. Remick is not there at the moment, so the fight should happen. It's gonna be fast, and he gets the steal! Gets out at the same time, like, whoa!
Such a risky play by the TeamSpeak crew. You know, you really didn't have a lot of vision around the top side jungle of Elysium, so it was very, very risky to start it up, and you just set yourself up for having the Baron stolen, and that's exactly what happened. So now you lost the Baron buff. You're not going to be able to do anything for the next 5 minutes because that Baron buff is going to be there all the time, and even then you have to go back to a 1v1 or 0-4-1 pushing, because you already have the top lane pushing, and Lux, she's going to be there, and she's going to be wave clearing all the time.
Well, TeamSpeak going for Dragon number 1 for them. Elysium already having one Dragon on their skin, but that just means that Elysium are gonna push the mid lane with 4 members with the Baron buff, and that's an easy free inner turret going down in the mid lane.
And now it's Elysium's time to push. They have that Baron buff. You just have to utilize it. You just have to aimlessly take down towers, objectives, whatever. And you also really have to start getting that CC Rods portal away from the top lane, because it's really doing wonders for the TeamSpeak crew. It's attracting a lot of attention, and I don't even think we have seen a single portal being destroyed quite yet in the 2 games we had today with it. I don't think people know where it is. Oh, actually, they are going to be taking it down now.
You jinxed it.
Oh, I'm sorry, TPQ, I jinxed it, yes, but now the Deletor is getting visited in the bottom lane.
Yeah, already a lot of damage, and it actually gets a return kill on the elite. And the mid lane also, U-Bot fell as he was just got out, couldn't even flash away. I think that was that was a combo from Alistar that locked U-Pod in his place. But there's TP coming onto the mid lane. They're looking for connected now. Flash hit, pulverized, and Soraka is down. Kambi's there, he's looking to defend it with a Baron buff, but Unstoppable of course is under Destiny, who is gonna fall with the last auto attack coming out from Moboski. All of a sudden 4 members down for Elysium, and Team Speed Crew are looking to get the first inhibitor of the game.
And the Team Speed Crew, they just capitalize on the mistakes, they capitalize on getting a few picks, and that's what they're so good at. They always, once they get a few kills, they multiply them, they get objectives, they get an inhibitor. This is the second time, or the third time, I'm not quite sure, that we've seen the Team Speed Crew pick up inhibitors after getting 1 or 2 kills.
I'm just gonna quickly see if I can look at how U-Pod got out. If I can just find the right time.
But well, I'll just keep talking.
Yeah.
Then. But you know, the Team Speed Crew, they're getting a lot of items as well, because Remick, we talked about, well, I talked about earlier in the game about how he is late game scaling. He now has both his Lich Bane, the Void Staff, Abyssal Scepter, Energize, and a Needlessly Large Rod. He's getting closer and closer to that late game point, and he's been scaling all game from the get-go. And to back him up is Morphosky. He also is packing so much damage now that he has his Essence Reaver, his Infinity Edge, and even his Rapid Fire Cannon. They're packing a lot of damage, and it's just getting harder and harder for Elysium to deal with this, because they have to find a pick, they have to play around U-Pod, because U-Pod, he's their better brother, he's their poke, he's their lockdown, and he's their burst, so really you have to play around U-Pod.
Okay, I looked at it and it was not as exciting as I made it sound. U-Pod just walked into an auto attack range for Malphite, and he got the Iceborne Gauntlet slows, and he just kept walking into the coin, and that was the kill. As Elite almost getting killed himself by the Lux combo, but doesn't get it, so that means that the rest of Team Speed Crew are gonna push on the bottom lane. They get the coin, but it is divided between Elysium members, so not a whole lot of damage on the 1 members. But the second inhibitor turret has fallen on the bottom lane. They're looking for the second inhibitor now. Elysium might want to engage on this one. Remick is in the top lane. He hasn't gotten a TP to join the fight if one would happen.
But oh wait, actually the Deletor is heading towards the bottom lane. You know, the Elysium, they have to fight or give this up, because now top lane tower went down, so inhibitors are also getting forced, and here we go, the fight is breaking out.
Yeah, but the Sneaker are delaying a little bit. Dealer gets a nice headbutt forward combo, but not a whole lot of members. 2 members of Team Seeker are pushing up on the top and mid lane. Finally, Morphosky is gonna go down. Dealer is gonna follow him. It's gonna be a double kill going over to the comp. Maybe even a triple kill on this one. Or could it be even more? No, because Lux is gonna get a shutdown kill on the Remick, but it is going to be a triple kill as he gets the kill onto Arco. Elite, only one surviving, who was not even part of the fight. He was pushing up the mid lane, as Remick was pushing up the top lane.
That was such an unfortunate flash by Arceal. He flashed straight into the Rupture. I mean, you tried to get away, but then you flashed straight into that, and you just end up getting killed anyways. Now Visek is in a lot of trouble, but he just gets away because he's a bird. He can just fly away. But anyways, you know, Team Speed Crew, they gave up a few kills, but it doesn't really matter because they got an inhibitor in the top lane. They have a naked inhibitor in the bottom lane as well, So they can really just go to that bottom lane, place your CC Rod's portal in the top lane or in the mid lane, and then just start to wait for the minions and the creatures from the portal to go into that. Yeah, now Remix is TPing in behind. He's getting the last inhibitor. This means that there's going to be spawning 2 super minions in each lane. So place your CC Rod portal and then just wait for the minions to flood the base of Elysium, because it's going to be happening. And Elysium, they unfortunately don't have a lot of wave clear.
No, it's basically all on Jelito and Yupa to get the instant wave clear, because Comp is gonna have his wave clear, but it's a little bit slower with the range of the Runan's Hurricane. But yeah, Remik is still pushing while the rest of the members are doing the Baron now. But Remik is actually getting chased off camera. But he's actually away, so that is a free Baron for TeamSpeak crew.
And now the TeamSpeak crew can just walk into the mid lane. They can pick up the last inhibitor. Oh, Remik is engaging. He has the Sonyas.
Yeah, but he is not. It's a little bit too late, as his teammates were not able to get there to back him up. But he tried to get the assassination onto Comp, but was not able to get it with the heal, actually saving his life. Now Arco is getting knocked up by the Rupture, but he has to use the unstoppable force to get over the wall. Georg got hit by the spear. There's a lot of damage. Renji is slowing him down, but the face of the mountain is keeping him alive. Rizek is actually trying to take down the mid lane inhibitor, but there's the TP coming up from Yupa to deal with him. The rest of the TeamSpeak crew are engaging, and Dilito has gotten a kill onto Elite in the mid lane. And Mafosky is trying to do everything he can. He uses the QSS to actually get the kill. And Arco is chasing onto Des now. He tries to bounce over, trying to get the kill onto Mafosky, and doesn't get it. It's a triple kill for Mafosky. Final Spark, he's just a little bit off to the side, doesn't get the kill.
And now 3 members are down for Elysium, but so are they on the side of the TeamSpeak crew, and Mafosky and Arco, they're just walking up to that last inhibitor. They pick it up, and now with that Baron up, with all the Baron up minions coming from Mafosky, this could very well be the end of this very intense game.
Oh! Dilito flashes for him and eats him up, and he gets the kill, but there's still a lot of super minions, and the Baron Empower is from Arco. He is pushing them up, just trying to clear the wave. There's a lot of minions there. Not sure if Elysium can clear them all up. There's Remik also has joined the game, and that is going to be the game for TeamSpeak crew.
So very well played by the TeamSpeak crew. They did have a little bit of trouble in the early game, and then a little bit as well in the mid game, but they got it together. Then they capitalized on a few mistakes like we've seen them do all day, and they finally turned it around to pick up the victory. But we are going to be taking a small break, and when we return we will have the grand final of the day. So don't go anywhere, guys. Go grab some popcorn, some cola, and even some cheese and wine if you like that. So we'll see you on the other side.
From beneath the sand, things can take me close, seem so far away, across reason she's dead. I know the reason she's so far away.
Sorry I kept you waiting forever and a day, but now we're out here together with nothing standing in our way. Can you feel the attraction? Feel the attraction. Can you feel it between us? This energy's inside us like electricity. Feel the love running through like electricity. Feel the love running through like electricity. Like electricity. Taking over your body, it's flowing through your mind. This feeling's got me on fire. Don't ever leave it all behind. Can you feel the attraction? Feel the attraction. Can you feel it between us? This energy's inside us like electricity. Feel the love running through like electricity. Feel the love.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the stream. We are now in the grand final of this week's Go for LOL. My name, as you can see on the screen, is Jesper Ben Warmankunst, and as you can also see on the screen, my co-caster's name is Tommy Grand Lefty, and we are going to be delivering you the grand final between TeamSpeak Crew on the blue side and B5 on the red side.
That's actually funny. I have the same name as the guy on the stream.
Yeah, that is definitely funny. And anyways,
Funny how things work out.
We are in the pick and ban phase.
Yeah, and the banning phase has actually been completed with TeamSpeak Crew going up with Kalista, Fiora, and Alistar on their side, and B5 on the red team have decided to go the way of Gamblan, Corki, and Malphite. Really taking the Malphite away from Arco. Now we need some real hard engage from the top lane, but that does leave Elise open and it's gonna get picked up.
And I'm actually pretty interested in those two bans, the Malphite and the Kalista, because this leaves no hard engage over to the side of the TeamSpeak Crew. They have really relied on Malphite and Kalista to pick up their hard engage, and both of those are banned, so they cannot pick those up. But yes, Elise will be the first pick, and we have already seen Visage play this Elise, and Elise, she is such a strong pick because Elise, she can do so much damage just from a kid, but once she gets a few items, she gets empowered, she gets stronger and stronger, and she can deal more damage, and all of the damage in the early game comes from the Luden's Echo.
You mean Runic Echoes, not Luden's.
Oh yeah, Runic Echoes, sorry.
There's a big difference.
As
yeah, on B5 they're gonna return their picks as a Wu and a Lucian, which is a very strong synergy.
Yeah, I like to see both of those being picked up because Lulu, she's very strong. I must say I'm a little bit biased towards Lulu because Lulu, she for one, she has a lot of damage in a kit. Not quite on par with someone like Kassadin or Lux, but she can deal a lot of damage. She's an second support for a team as well, so that's really why I love this Lulu, because she can fit in every team composition, and she can just end up being such a dominating factor for your team. But still, I feel like you give up a lot of these OP picks, like for example that Braum and Ezreal.
Yeah, indeed, Braum and Ezreal, so that means a bottom lane for TeamSpeak Crew has been locked in. And it's from Ezreal, it's like 90% is gonna go blue Ezreal, or blue Ezreal, as I like to call it. But as we saw in the EU LCS with Forgiven, actually ran the more traditional Ezreal build before blue Ezreal was a thing, with going Trinity Force first, and then just picking up just usual AD carry items.
And yeah, that's exactly the thing why I thought, well, I think that you gave up a lot of these power picks, because Ezreal and Braum, they are so strong right now, because Braum, he can disengage, he can be a second engage, and he can just be a pain in the butt for your opponent. So with alongside that blue Ezreal, who can just keep on kiting, keep on getting those concussive blows off with the Braum, I feel like you've given up two very strong laners. And you know, Ezreal can also be an AP Ezreal, because we know Remick, he likes to play AP Ezreal as well.
Well, there's a LeBlanc hover over, so I don't think it's going to be. But unless they nah, Corki is banned out, so it's going to be LeBlanc locking for Remick on the mid lane. But what are BF5 gonna respond with? It's gonna be either their top lane or mid lane pick.
And I'd actually like to go back to the two picks that the TeamSpeak Crew they just picked up, because we've seen LeBlanc being played earlier today by Remick, and he had a pretty good, or I think it was Remick, but we did see LeBlanc being played earlier today, and LeBlanc had a good game. She was able to really dominate and roam around. And we also see Arkill picking up the Mundo, and this is the second time he's playing Mundo today, and he played Mundo when he couldn't get the Malphite. Now the thing is, you're relying on Braum to be your engage, and Braum, he's not an engage, he's a follow-up engage, he's not a primary engage. So right now, you're lacking a way of engaging, so you have to rely on Morphoski to land these slows from the Iceborne Gondel, to Arkill to land the cleavers to slow people down. And that's the way you get your engage.
Yeah, it actually was NG4 that ran the LeBlanc on the second game of the day. But B5 are gonna finish up their roster with a Graves double A. It was actually, surprisingly, we haven't seen Graves at all today without not being banned out.
And the thing is, Graves, he works really well in double AD carry compositions, and because games are so short, double AD carry compositions have found a rise in popularity because they deal more damage. You can easily get down towers, they can get bursted so fast. So I like Graves that pickup, because you have your engage in Morgana and in Rek'Sai, and then you have Lulu to support those two AD carries. But, however, we are in a 3-minute delay, and we'll be taking a short break. When we return, we'll be in game with this grand final of this week's Go for LOL, so don't go anywhere and definitely don't touch your browser.
So I said, no, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed down no 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed down no 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
Wait a minute!
So I said, no, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed down no 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed down no 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
And welcome to the final of this week's Go for LOL with the TeamSpeak crew on the blue side and B5 on the red side.
Yes, indeed, and it is going to be very exciting grand final this week. And, you know, it's going to be such a grand final. All the following weekly grand finals won't live up to this grand final. This is the grandest of finals.
Well, it definitely looks to be a good grand final with both teams having a nice team composition. You know, there are a lot of damage on the side of B5, but then again on the side of the TeamSpeak crew they have a lot of disengage and a lot of kiting potential. So this game could definitely be a drawn out game.
Yeah, just both teams just doing what the, or at least TeamSpeak crew had been doing all night. They've just protected the jungle interests, making sure that they don't find the enemy jungler all of a sudden jungling their jungle.
Yeah, that's... Oh wait, actually...
No? Yeah, Morphosky is actually looking to invade a little bit, but he gets spotted out by Casio and Cobb. But that actually puts them away from the Grump, so they don't get the level advantage, or the experience advantage rather.
There's really no reason to be overly aggressive in the early game. I mean, you know, you just have to protect your own, and then you can start to snowball the game from there. And snowball is the key word, because you know, early games can be snowballed so hard. So if you do something overly stupid, overly aggressive as well in the early game, then the game could very well already be tipped in your enemy's favor.
Yeah, indeed, there are some dangerous champions that your enemy team doesn't really want to keep kills over. With TeamSpeak crew, that's LeBlanc, and on the side of B5, it's the Graves. We're really gonna have to be careful not to keep kills over, because in my mind, those are the champions that are either gonna snowball them for victory. At least coming in for gank gets an easy cocoon rather than the ignite is burning, and the first block goes over to LeBlanc.
So Remy gets the first blood once again, and now LeBlanc, she's really a champion that functions so well in this meta, that is evolved around getting the snowball rolling, getting a early game to mid game power spikes, and then getting that lead off of there. So getting a kill onto LeBlanc already 3 minutes into the game, that can definitely hurt B5 very much.
It's actually interesting because Amic didn't even use a flash to try to get away. So he was just surprised to see Elise coming in for a very early gank. Because actually I think that was it a level 2 or level 3? I think it was a level 3 gank.
Yeah, it was definitely a very early gank, and that's the power. Oh wait, Elise!
Jet spam flashes in, gets the Umbaro knock up onto Wizek, but he is the Rebel to get in the protection hands of Remy, who has the Ethereal change on Jet spam. But Amic is looking for Elite, but he is out of there. Now has to be careful not to get the concussive blows from D-Lord. Puts the Whimsy and the Glitter Lance. Now he's out of mana, but there's a flash change onto Amic. 1 stack to 3 stacks onto him, and he is actually gonna get away from that. There's Morgana also roam from the bottom lane just to support his team not getting stunned up and not giving a second kill over to TeamSpeak crew.
But a nice try indeed from the TeamSpeak crew. They know that, well, that the LeBlanc can do quite a lot of damage, so looking for these fights with the LeBlanc in a proactive way is definitely the way to go for. But it was a shame that D-Lord wasn't quite in range to do anything, because that could really have been the tipping point for the TeamSpeak crew.
Yeah, Amic had already burned the flash, so it still would have been very close if the kill would have happened. Because he had the Rek'Sai there to protect him a little bit. And I think that would have been enough in the end. But it doesn't matter, because that is not the scenario that occurred. But instead, you are taking a little bit of harassment from this Morgana with the Thunderlords. And the Lucian also there, putting out those piercing lights.
But right now we can see that both the junglers, they are moving towards the top lane. And with Visek moving there, and he has the boots of swiftness, he can get fast from the top lane to the mid lane where he now is pinging that he wants to go to. But still, with those boots of swiftness being picked up by Visek, you are delaying this power spike of those the runic echoes. So I'm a bit surprised to see that, but it definitely works up for more map pressure to be spit out by Visek, and he's going to take a small damage after meeting chat spam. Now Ice Beast though is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Argo has the ultimate running, he's really looking to get the kill, but the collateral damage forcing him away with ulti actually expires, and now he is blinking red health. Visek was already there, but he could not get the gank off. So instead, Ice Blast has survived it.
Did you just hear that as well?
Yeah, I was...
What was that?
Yeah, what?
Well, I mean, it was...
Something is returning to base. Huh?
Yeah, but now the two junglers are visiting the top lane.
Yeah, actually popped the ghost and tried to go for it. But at least got spotted out by the ward. So they didn't want to go really hard on Ice Beast though. But yeah, that's a ghost burn now. Chat spam is looking for Unburrow. He got the kill, knock up, and no ulti on Argo.
Oh no!
Oh, has to flash to get the kill. Almost went bad.
That was... He was so close to getting away. That would have been very unfortunate for Ice Beast though, and chat spam. But anyways, you know, Archeon, he gets taken down, so now it's a 1-for-1, and both teams, they are even. Now D-Lord has found Shamik.
Yeah, he's looking for that real change on Ramik. Gets knocked up, and there is the concussive blows getting this another stun up. Ignite was onto D-Lord, but that's not gonna be enough to get the kill. Visek also came, and there's a Coin actually, but Ramik is blocking it. But Chat Spam came from the other way, he's gonna get the kill. Graves actually TP'd in, and he's gonna get one kill, even a double kill from that one.
And the TeamSpeak crew, they just overextend. They overstay their visit to the jungle of B5 as well. So this means that B5, they can pick up 3 kills. They can pick up a dragon as well, and they are slowly getting a lot of objectives in their favor now. Farm along to the top lane, farming champions.
Yeah, there's a Void Rush for coming on Rek'Sai to get to the top lane. The ult is running, but can they still get the kill onto Arco? He's trying to do everything that he can to survive this. Collateral damage is not up available, so it will be very hard to get it. There's the turret aggro on Ice Blast though, but Chat Spam still flashes in, gets the Unburrow knock up, and that's another kill going over to the Graves, who's now 4-0.
And Graves is in a good spot right now. Ice Beast, he has so many resources. I mean, he has enough for a Beer Sword once he goes back. So he's really he's scaling up there. He can. I'm thinking he can finish his Morpheus as well once he goes back. So with the help of those boots of swiftness, he can use all of the gold that he has to apply pressure to the rest of the map. And oh, Chat Spam!
Yeah, gets a knockup onto Ramik, who stole the blue buff, but he's still going to get away from this. D-Ward's got the Arc Bunny onto him, and he is going to look to get away with the Ignite burning on him, but he is going to get away from this. Our team secure gonna look to turn this around. No, Mofusky is just gonna get a little bit closer with the E and put those mystic shots in, try to get some bit of damage, but not a real engage. But they still stole the blue buff away from Amic.
Yeah, they definitely stole the blue buff away, and that's what matters, because they didn't give up any kills. So getting that is it ended up being a worth trade. Oh, Shamik!
Yeah, just a little bit of harassment coming up from Remick. Wild Growth is up for him, so he's gonna be okay for the time being. Also, he's going for Rod of Ages, which is actually interesting.
I'm getting excited over nothing.
Yeah, it's just Wild Growth is up, so unless he is not gonna use it, he's thinking that there's not gonna be enough damage, and you know, I'm trusting it, that they know what's gonna be enough damage to finish them off.
Yeah, but it wasn't very close though. It was close for Shamik to go down to Remick and to Remick, sorry. And you know, the thing is still, we have to keep this in mind. The Teams Recruit, they are a team that loves to play around the mid-game power spikes. I said this in the first game of the day. They don't really care about the mid game, the early game. They just want to go even. Right now they are behind.
It's
but
only
it's only 1,000 gold. So if they can get a lead in the early game, that's fine. If they can go even, then that's also fine. If they are behind a little bit, then that's a shame. But it's only 1,000 gold, and they just have to start pumping it up, start pushing all of their mid-game geniusness out onto the map once we hit those power spikes that they're looking for.
Yeah, indeed, Rek'Sai almost looked like he was gonna come from behind for a gank, but instead puts a ward in the dry bush. But he gets scared out thanks to that pink ward there. Yeah, just walking around the jungle, trying to see if he can get some pressure down. There's the combo from LeBlanc, but still no Wild Growth, so he is really faithful of his calculations of the damage that's gonna come in. Oh, junglers, they're gonna meet. But, Rek'Sai doesn't get the steal, but does manage to tunnel before the cocoon, so he lands far away. And now Remick has a little bit of pressure onto him, but he's got the support of Wisek there.
And I feel like one of the reasons that the TeamSpeak crew are behind right now is that it backfired for Wisek to go for those early boosts of swiftness, because you know I saw the idea behind them was to really use your jungle pressure, get around the map and be everywhere. Just apply all of that pressure, all of the momentum that you could get going for you everywhere. But it just didn't succeed, and he doesn't even have his runic echo right now, so he's far behind. He doesn't even have that power spike, and that's hurting him quite a lot.
Yeah, Boots of Sweden is actually getting picked up a lot now, thanks to the fact that they had added passive where the slowing effects are reduced by 25%. But if you look over to B5, if I'm right, they only have one slowing ability, and that's on Lulu. Graves might have it. Oh, rework, yeah, just gonna flash away. But correct me if I'm wrong, but Lulu is the only one that has a slowing ability on B5.
That is right. You know, that is the right. And the thing is also for P5, they have a lot of disengage, so you don't need any more slows. Of course, it's nice to have the slows on Lulu, but you have disengages in. Actually, if you want to go into the micro, Graves has a slow with his smoke screen, but it's not that big. Anyways, there's a lot of disengage on their side, and for the TeamSpeak crew, there's not a lot of engage. They have a lot of kiting potential. They need to use that blue build Ezreal to get into the team fights, to slow them down, to make sure that Braum can get in and use his ultimate, the Glacial Fissure. But then again, you had to get through all the disengage that are on the side of B5.
And once again, for the 5th or 6th time of the night, there is a pause that is quickly gonna make that go away with an unpause. Just put there to make sure that we get the pause every game. But yeah, so yeah, who's gonna go for Rod of Ages? But I will assume that he's gonna build up a Moronomicon, second item, just because of the Mundo danger. Rek'Sai getting double stunned up by the Trio's Chase, and Elite is just actually gonna pick up a rather easy kill.
Chat spam overstaying in the jungle, but yeah. Okay, so it's Ezreal. It's Ezreal, that voice. Now we know. Anyways, Lulu, yeah, Rod of Ages first. I don't know why. It's very hard, this one, because I'd love to see that. Oh,
Remy. Yeah, there's the Wild Crow final team buff, and he's just gonna destroy right back in. Ignite is burning. Is it gonna be enough? And it is going to be enough. Ignite is on the Remick, but that's not gonna be enough. And Turret Acro is actually on the ground. Elite is actually gonna walk just right beside Rek'Sai. It just gets Venomous Bite in, but that's only a quarter 8 points down. Rek'Sai is looking chase a little bit. Gravesoul's also coming down from the top lane, but getting close to distance.
But well, going back to the Rod of Ages on Lulu.
Yeah.
I love Rod of Ages on Lulu. It gives you so much ability, power, health, mana. I told you earlier in one of the games tonight how this item is so good for getting stronger as a secondary support. With that being said, I don't like it on the mid lane Lulu, because right here you do. Oh wait, I see.
Flash Soul Shock goes on the keyword. He is the focus. Almost gets a kill with the True Shot Barrels, but it's not quite enough. As Cassio is gonna get one kill. There's actually a TP was cancelled out by Arco from the top lane. So that's just a successful gank on the side of B5. Arco puts the ulti in. He's trying to get the slows on the Ice Beast, but he quick draws out of the infected cleaver.
So as I was saying, I don't like Rod of Ages onto mid lane Lulu because
Rune on the Cassio, and there's a lot of damage. Can Cassio still get away? Heal and Flash was already burned. Rusek is gonna repel right into the turret aggro, and he's gonna get the kills with the auto attacks and survive the turret aggro also.
So yeah, okay, so they get the kill onto Cassio in the bottom lane. I was actually a little bit afraid that Visik wouldn't be able to get out there as Elise got nerfed from her movement speed in this latest patch, which means that she's going to be a little bit slower to get out. But anyways, okay, hopefully I can finish my point about mid lane Lulu now. I think you really need a Moronomicon because of that because of the Mundo, sorry. You are right now forcing your AD carry to go for Mortal Reminder, and that's going to delay his damage as well, because you need to get it, and you need to get it soon, because Mundo he's just going to be running around your backline in team fights, because he's going to be stronger and stronger and scaling, and he's going to have a lot of health, and he's just going to get a lot of the health back once he pops his ultimate. So you have no previous wounds to take that away from him.
Well, actually, there was an item that was restored that gave Chris's wound that was on 80 carries as a throw change missing, but we were still using the Warp Growth.
Exactly.
Executioner's Coin, but it hasn't seen at
the
all. Oh, it is. Okay then.
Yeah, oh wait, actually, chat spam.
Yeah, gets hit up by the Ethereal Chains, but he uses a tunnel to get over the wall.
Oh, that's cheeky, from one tunnel to another. Anyways, but yes, the Executioner's Calling builds into the Mortal Reminder now.
Oh, wow.
So you can get the Executioner's Calling first, and then wait to get the Mortal Reminder, but it's still it's a larger power spike to get the Mortal Reminder than just being satisfied with the Executioner's Calling. So I'd like to see that the Mortal Reminder being picked up as a second item for Casio, because you need to get those grievous wounds to deal with Arkel.
Yeah, the more the better, actually. Because I think do they stack the grievous wound?
Yes, they do stack when they come from separate champions, but and the thing is, you know, Samick, he could also go for Emerald Nomicon, but he would just get a bigger power spike from a death cap. It would. Oh wait 2 seconds.
Yeah, Arkel, a little bit pressure, has to put the ulti, and he's gonna able to survive the gank that was coming up from Kiwi.
So I just pressed on a weird button and I'm not quite sure what I did. But anyways, Remick is going to the top lane.
Oh, he's just gonna get an easy assassination onto Kiwi.
Definitely an easy assassination, and you know, little strokes they fell great oaks, and if you keep on getting these kills, if you keep on getting a little bit of gold here and there, then you can start to snowball the game in your favor. And someone like Remick, who already have a Void Staff for only being 21 minutes into the game, he's packing a lot of damage, and all of these champions who doesn't have a lot of magic resistance already are just going to be assassinated and bursted down very, very fast.
Yeah, you actually spoke about the Mortal Reminder on the AD carry, but would it be a good pickup on Graves instead with the top lane build?
Well, we might talk about that after Arkel and the Ice Beast have done fighting.
Yeah, just trading out. A lot of hit points are being melted on this top lane. Arkel's ulti is running, but it has now expired. Let's just use it to get some damage down. More Mortis was actually popped, which is actually going to be a huge if Wysek wants to come in for a gank. Rushaparas coming up, but that is going to be a bad guess. No, that actually was onto the damage on the mid lane instead. Real chance missing out, and Team Secret are going to get the first turret for them on this game, and it's 22 minutes. I think that's their latest turret that they have gotten tonight.
That might very well be their latest turret, but they got 2 of them, and now that we have hit the mid game, they can start to actually fight even more. Now Arkel, you might be in a lot of trouble, mate.
Yeah, he's got the support of Keyword right over the wall. Glacial Fisher only hitting on the Rek'Sai. Now Arkel is stunned up, but he is gonna get away on this, but Keyword is not gonna be the Exes. Almost looked like he was gonna get away, but the Rek'Sai still got the kill thanks to the red buff burn. And the Remick is a little bit caught in a sandwich. Ignite is onto him, but there's not a whole lot of damage to actually follow up the Ignite. Oleski has to Arcane Shift over the wall to get out. But he's finished up the Iceborne Quartet and the Mana Moon now, so he's gonna really do the damage with the Qs. Casio tries to dash in, try to get some damage out, but once again the Arcane Shift is keeping Ezreal alive.
And while Mafosky were keeping everybody in the mid lane, you can see Isaac, he picked up a tower in the bottom lane, so they get a tower for a few kills, and now Arkel is there to defend the mid tower.
Oh, Dark Fighting is onto him and does a lot of damage, but he is surviving thanks. Oh, that was actually just a passive regeneration coming up. There's the ulti being popped now, looking to chase. But I'm not sure if they can get anyone loose. Whimsy is just gonna speed everyone up. Yeah, they get out.
They definitely get out, and now is the time for the Team Crew to turn around. You know, they have the Iceborne Gauntlet, and they have all of these mid-game power spikes. With the Blank being strong, you have 2 items on the side of Arkel. And B5, they are forced to use the culling to keep minions away from that one tower.
Remick jumps right into the hands of Rek'Sai, who gets Umbro knockup. And now he's looking for Keyword, but he doesn't quite get Umbro damage onto him. And Team Secret are turning it a little bit. Graves was onto the side, who's trying to get into the fight. Now they're looking for Mavosky, but he is going to be safe. Keeps poking with the Mystic shots. With the Iceborne Quartet also, it's going to add some slowing effect. And it's a 1-for-1. Arkel uses the ulti just to heal him up even more. They want mana. Yeah, they're just waiting for the minions to come so they can push up the turret. Isaac takes the aggro and gets some hit of attacks on it. Rek'Sai is to get damage on the Elise, but the Cocoon is gonna keep in a blade. The Glacial Fissure onto the backline is gonna keep even more CC onto them. Mavosky Arcane ships away under them flashes, but it almost gets away. Got the color damage. It's gonna finish up the kill and a double kill for Graves.
A beautiful double kill for Ice Beast. You know, the B5 lineup that played that fight great. First you get the pick onto Remick, who were playing way too aggressive. Oh, here comes Remick.
Elite baits it in, and there's Remick, but he still gets the kill. Nevertheless, the third change on to Sask Amic, and Graves is now there. He is gonna do some damage, but LeBlanc still gets away next to the distortion.
But now the B5 lineup, they have the chance of pushing down that tower in the mid lane. They will be able to get it, and they get even more farm. And the two teams, they are so close to being even. You know, there's only 300 gold separating each other, but then that might not be for long, as Remick, he might be going down very fast.
He's got, actually Mundo is gonna TP up to that top lane. There's two members of the team skip crew there. Keyword is there on the backline. Drusha Paras over to the three members, and they might be looking for Morgana as the first target. And Remick is trying to deal damage from the backline. Narco finally getting the kill on the Morgana. Graves is trying to deal the damage back right on the Mavosky, but there's a lot of members, and LeBlanc is gonna get a shutdown kill onto the Graves.
And this could be the Baron for the TeamSpeak crew. They are fairly healthy. The only one that can steal this away is Chat Spam, and he is not even half his health. So it's going to be very risky for the TeamSpeak crew, but it's also going to be risky for the B5 to try to steal.
Oh, they should just get it low and bait Jet Spam to go in. But it doesn't look like they're gonna do it. Instead, they're just gonna straight up do it. And Jet Spam still gets in, and he almost gets a steal. But at least just get the smite off onto him, and Ezreal Illusion rather is gonna pay with his life for that Baron attempt steal. Wisek is looking to get in range for the Cocoon, and it does connect onto Amic. The Drusa Paras comes through, but it's only a bit of damage. And the Dark Pony actually is gonna keep Wisek locked up in CC. And Illusion has finished up a Mortal Reminder.
Exactly, you had to get that. You had to get it very fast, and as I said, I'd like to see it as the third item, just because you really need that item. And you wouldn't really be able to build it on Ice Beast either, just because Graves, he wants to go for this booster type of build, where you first get the Morpheus, then you get the Status Gauge, and then you can, if you like, to go for it a Ghostblade or the Bloodthirster to be more tanky, to have more sustain. Arcule, I'm not quite sure you will be allowed to get away.
He is going to get away, but Mavosky got hit by the Dark Fight. He got the Arcane Shift before, but Rek'Sai still goes in. He gets a multi-man knock-up with the Barrow, and Vision in the front one. He's trying to do all the damage he can. Argo is going to be the next target. Graves is going to pick up that one, and TeamSpeak crew have disengaged a little bit. Everybody's off to the sides, but Graves is all alone. He might get caught out if they do it. Black Shield is going to give this Sun away. And they get the Repa still in the end, and the Dragon.
But the Baron did go over to the TeamSpeak crew, and with that Baron, they can start to siege up, they can go to the mid lane, and they can just poke away with that blue build Ezreal that has so much CDR. The Q can always come out from Mavosky, and they just have to start sieging up and not do anything stupid like getting caught. So yeah, just siege up and then play to winning conditions of poking people out, chunking them slowly, and then get the tower.
Remick, beautiful Cassio, but Cassio does get the dash out. So as I said in the start of the game, if you get kills over the Graves or the LeBlanc, they could be the ones that are gonna snowball the fight. But look at their KD. 7-1 on Graves, 7-2 on LeBlanc. So it's like they're cancelling out each other snowballing.
Well, the thing is that Ice Beast, yeah, he has so much damage, but he's not able to utilize it in any way, because his team, they're getting drawn around the arena by both Remick and Morphosky who's just split pushing around. Ice Beast cannot use all of his damage.
Oh,
Now,
that push.
Visek and Morphosky, they have to be careful because they're being they're going to meet some enemies from behind the lines.
Now they're just gonna walk right up to Remick, but instead they're looking to focus on the Dilord and Arcul. Dilord might go down from this collider damage. Is not enough to secure the kill, but he does get in range for the auto attacks. And now they're looking for Arcul. Visek is there, but I don't think that's gonna be enough support from one member. Arcul should be the next target gonna go down. Well, Rek'Sai is dealing with Visek, but he gets cocooned up. And the Mystic Shots are keeping the slows up, but he still actually gets stunned up by something. And yeah, he pauses it right away. Oh, he was a DC.
Maybe? I'm not quite sure, but...
Yeah, they actually say it in chat.
Oh, okay. So, Visek will disconnect and reconnect. So, we can take a look at the situation right now. So, the thing is that the TeamSpeak crew, they have a lot of power spikes right now. You have Remick, who has a lot of damage. He has his death cap, void stuff, so free item power spike. And there's really not a lot you can do against him because you're not going to be catching him with both his flash up and his distortions. Morphosky, he's slowly scaling as that blue build Ezreal. And then for B5 they have to play around Ice Beast, and you're not really able to do that because once the TeamSpeak crew, once they start to split push, once they start to push one lane and then have somebody else in the other lane, then you're going to be distracted all the time.
Morphosky actually goes in and gets the kill and then flashes over the wall to safety. Meanwhile, Visek was able to get out. There he is. He got the cocoon on the Ice Blasto, but the Wild Growth is there keeping Graves up, and he is huge with the more Mobilitias also there. Seth's gonna wait for Elise to come down for the Rebel, and that is going to be a kill.
But Remick was in the top lane. He got that tower, so now there's a naked inhibitor in the top lane for B5. And if the TeamSpeak crew can get this inhibitor, then you can let the top lane push. Then you can start to play around the mid lane and the bottom lane. You can have Arcul split pushing, and if that succeeds, then all of the damage, because a lot of it are centered around Ice Beast right now, then you can have that damage spread out, and that means that for B5 that they will lack a lot of damage in whatever team fights is going to be coming up.
We'll see when the next team fight is going to happen. Currently 5 members of B5 are all on that mid lane. Remick is gonna go to the top lane. He's gonna want to push that wave in.
But I love how B5, they are immediately going to the mid lane. They are forcing this down the throat of the TeamSpeak crew. They are forcing them to either fight or give up towers. And Remick, he has no teleport. So right now, the TeamSpeak crew, they're in a lot of trouble.
Graves walked right into a cocoon, but there's no follow-up really. Dilord takes a lot of damage. He's standing in the pool, but he's gonna go down. Morphosky tried to do damage onto the back line though. And Remick has recalled and he's back in. Double distortion, and Arcul is gonna get a shutdown kill onto the Graves. Meanwhile, Morphosky should be get the kill onto Lulu, and he does. Meanwhile, Arcul is looking for Rek'Sai, but doesn't quite get the infected cleaver slow onto him. Doesn't have Void Rush up, so he should be a little bit careful. He's got the support of Gazil there, and they might look for him, but he's got a Dormant. He has to be careful. He's gonna go down, and he does. Now they're looking for Rex. I know. Visek and Blanc are there. He's gonna go for Morgana instead and let Mundo deal with the Rek'Sai. And there's the distortion coming up for Blanc. He's gonna get a kill onto the Morgana. And that's an ace all of a sudden.
And this could be the game as Morphosky is pushing up the mid lane. He has that Iceborne Gauntlet, so towers will go down very fast. Keep an eye out because Morphosky, they can finish this game.
33 minutes in, and that's going to be their latest of inhibitor turret. No, it's actually a lie because it's the second one that they have picked up this game. But first inhibitor that's gonna fall. Graves and Lulu are up, They might be not able to get this inhibitor, but they're still looking to get it. Lulu's popped up Graves. He's looking to do damage. Remick is very low on health, has to be careful, but they are committed to get this inhibitor. Finally, Graves getting into their face. He's gonna back them away from this inhibitor. Remick is gonna desort over the wall. And Graves is still going. He's got 1 stack and he's knocked up. He's got 2 stacks from concussive blows, but he can't really follow up with any more. There's the third one. Has to be careful not to get stunned up. And there's Argo coming up. He gets the stun, but the shield is on him. He's keeping him alive. And they're going over the wall, trying to do something. And Argo is now left in the back line. He's gonna get picked up by the Graves. And Elise using the Rebel to get over the wall and to safety. Well, Remick was actually pushing in base. I'm not sure what he's actually trying to do with Lulu. He got him very low, but just didn't quite get the kill.
Well, I didn't quite see that, but okay, so for the TeamSpeak crew, like, they got that inhibitor. They tried to get the second inhibitor as well, but didn't quite succeed. So now inhibitor down in the mid lane, that'll push. And with the Baron and Dragon being up, Dragon doesn't matter for any team as they're not close to getting a 5th Dragon. But Baron is what matters. And you can see B5, they're rushing this. This is a desperation play. And I know they have to do something, and it has to be now.
Graves also has picked up a mortal reminder. Mundo is less of a target. They might be looking to Rusa powers come through for some damage over the B5 members. And Graves has dashed in. He wanted to do with Dewart, but now the focus is on the Remick, who is all alone. Collateral damage is collateral damage, but it's not quite enough to secure the kill. He's gonna get away from this. And Arco is coming up. He's currently at the Wolf camp, and Wysek has a little bit forward too, and he has to back off. There's Glacier Fisher on the 3 members in the back line, and Dewart has the Unbreakable up. Can they get enough damage through? Wysek and Arco in the back line now. They're looking for Rek'Sai. Possibly the first target is gonna go down. Arco gets a kill. Remick tries to get the Ethereal Chains and destroys the damage. He does. Gets 1 kill. Arco gets a shutdown kill. And Malfoso meanwhile gets a kill himself. 4 members already have fallen from B5. They're looking for Wu, who's the last target up. No flash, no ignite available. Not anything. It's gonna be a double kill for Malfoski. And that should be a game for TeamSpeak crew.
This should definitely be the game for the TeamSpeak crew. And you know, the thing is, for B5, they didn't have a lot of damage. They ended up choking because all of their damage, all of their kills went over to Ice Beast. And Ice Beast wasn't able to do all the damage needed to turn the team fight in the tide of his team. So they end up losing the game, and they end up losing the grand final, giving it over to the TeamSpeak crew.
Yeah, TeamSpeak crew. The first week of February weekly finals, if that is a correct term. I will only believe it is, because it is the first week of February. But yeah, well played on the side of TeamSpeak crew. They didn't let the fact that they were down early game have any effect on them. They just waited for the mid to late game point where they really shined, and they got those picks that they really needed.
Definitely a very beautiful beautiful game. It was very intense, and it definitely showed that the TeamSpeak crew are a team that can be dragged around the arena and maybe won over. Anyways guys, this is going to be everything from Grang and I today, so thank you all for watching. You can find our links to our social medias in the chat. I'm going to post it there later on, and I'd like to thank you all for watching, and have a good one.